Jesus. Well, but you know that the reason for this, the reason for this is that you people don't agree to that to it that you've understood it. I couldn't start and I forgot camera. Okay. Not to worry, Sha. Next class, will you stand and retouch it? Let's continue where we are. Because at the point we are, yes, next class, will you stand and retouch it? Yes. This thing is called coefficient of static friction. Sometimes, if you see it with S like this. Then we have the one that is also like this. Kinetic friction. But not to worry about friction. We've not gotten to friction. I'm just saying that most of the time when treating inclined plane, we normally use friction to do the example. Much of it. So now see, please see, what we've succeeded in doing is just deriving this. Even this thing I'm teaching, all this part I've done is already on my channel. But it's just good that we repeat it because with every new day comes new idea, new ways of teaching. Now see, I want us to now compare these things that we've derived to these cases. Hello? Let's compare this to these two cases. Are you noticing that the two cases is when it is going up and when it's sliding down? Shall we? Yes. Okay. But please, I want you to repeat after me. Forces on an inclined plane.
Forces on an inclined plane.
X-axis.
X-axis.
For the x-axis.
For the x-axis.
X equals to.
X equals to.
mg sin theta.
Mg sin theta.
That means that whenever you hear anything is sliding down or moving up an inclined plane, what you are using is mg
Sin theta.
It is sliding down or going up. You are using what?
Mg
sin theta. Very important. What is the force required to maintain the object sliding down or moving up to be in equilibrium? However they want to ask you that, they are just telling you, go and use mg sin theta and solve it for me. Can you hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
Very important. Very, very important. There is no time this object will start jumping up. Hope you know. Assuming they say jumping up, that's why I cannot be thinking of ending, because the another way to ask you for ending, they will tell you what is the normal reaction. Or they ask you what is the friction doing this or doing that. So outside it, anything that happens to an inclined plane will always be mg sin theta. Very important to note. Mg sin theta. But if they want to test your imagination, they tell you the object man jump up. If he's jumping up, he's going to be in this direction, shall we? Yeah. So but nobody's ever asking you that. The physicists are normal. So it will always be this way. So now please, let's compare these two formulas to these two methods, two ways. Then we can now dismiss the old students. Be playing now. Just be playing. Shebi, the other day I asked how many people have moved into school or around school. Only 2 persons. Everybody is still staying in town. You think our 9th class, do you know what I'm thinking? And you know, it's not just going to affect 9th class. If you say, okay, let's be fixing very early morning class, you see that because you are staying far, you will still not be able to meet up. So, but please, let's collectively find friends that have registered for tutorials, that are staying in school, that we can pay and become their roommates. Is it not possible? You pay 50,000. Okay, in the lodge. Okay, that's what they're doing it now. Yeah. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about people living around. Yeah. Because why am I saying it? We need to be around school. We need to be around school. So we can start our 9th class. We need all the time we can get. Back gate is closed now.
How will you go?
After class. You've not gone to hostel at night. Can people will carry you from there to back gate? You've not noticed that they always there. By 8. This is
dismissed by 8.
It's 6 to 8 now. Okay, you think we're staying till 10 Saturday night? No, it's the 8.
So that's the target.
Once the day you touch us, start, even if it's two people that come, we will judge it that we've taught them that particular day. So please, make time. What I'm saying in essence is make time. Move into the hostel, move around, move into the... While we're doing it, it's for your own good. Because all this small time we are using is not enough. It's not enough. We want you to have this in such a way that thing you go home to say you are reading, you are just revising. The main reading, you've done it in class. So when you are doing that you are reading, it's more like you are trying to revise. Please, let's find... Sorry. See, let's find forces on an inclined plane, the S component when it is moving up, and the S component when it is moving down. Then we also find the Y component when it is moving up and when it is moving down, so that all students can go. So, S. When sliding downwards, my friend, you need this thing, Mama. I swear, you need what we are about to do now. Shall we say it's going home? Let's be fast, man. Let's be fast. This thing is the most important part of what we've been doing. All the summer we've been playing. You see how much we've been doing before now? We've been playing. See. Whenever something is going up or coming down, Shebi, if something is coming down, G is what? If something is coming down, G is positive, Shebi. So, G here is going to be equal to positive. Note that because it's sliding downwards, G is positive. So if we know that, first of all, we derive that X, when it's coming down, please notice, do you remember our normal equilibrium? This side should be equal to this side, Shebi? So frictional force on the S should be equal to the tension, if you remember. So now notice that frictional force, so please pay attention. Frictional force, if I collect this now, if I collect totally, do you remember that the tension here going up, when something is sliding up on the x-axis, it is mg sin theta. Shebi? Yes. And when something is going this way, it is also mg downwards now, it is also mg sin theta. Hope you know. Yes. Because left this way and this way should not cancel. Is it not equals to 0? But remember that frictional force is already equals to something which is something like this. So you know, mu n. Now remember that this thing now that is here, I have this, and that this one here is equal to Shebi? So this should be equal to mg sin theta. Now notice something. If I choose now, this is the reason why we don't consider friction to be also mg sin theta, because of this fact. So as this one is going this way, so when they ask you for friction, any question, you don't come and do friction equals to mg sin theta. You use friction equals to mu mg